As not a whole lot is going on right now. These players are massing up, and LiquidRet playing an interesting style, not what I was used to seeing the last few games. He's got a bunch of infestors though out on the field, and those are going to be huge. If you can get a fungal growth on AvriLDouzE's Mutas right here, a ton of damage could be done, but the infestor looked like did go down. The reinforcements though come in. This infestor is a little bit too close to the Mutas. And oh, here comes LiquidRet's Mutas to try and clean this up. A second fungal growth will trap all of AvriLDouzE's Mutalists, and that was a huge blow to the top team. All of AvriLDouzE's Mutalists do go down, and will they be trying to make an attack? This is a well-defended spot, though, with this planetary fortress. There's a couple of tanks here, some Hellions, Marines, and Thors, and it looks like some fresh new ball of Mutalists here for AvriLDouzE, but will the infestors be able to get some good fungal growths in? I'm not sure if they have enough energy, but it looks like MegumixBear is going to try and press this issue, but he does not have enough troops here, as the Mutalists from AvriLDouzE are going to kill all of these, and these infestors need to come over here and fungal growth these Mutalists, and it does go down right there. It looks like one fungal growth on those Mutalists. The infestors are going to try and bide their time and get another one in on those Mutalists again, or are they? They are going to run away, and MegumixBear's army gets completely decimated. AvriLDouzE and Mindset able to hold that attack back. It looked like LiquidRet did not have enough energy on his infestors for the amount of fungal growths that he needed. A couple more fungal growths would have killed all these Mutalists, and now with his roaches in position here, I wonder, it looks like he tried to bring his roaches in here and do an attack, and perhaps realized that it was not going to be worth it, because this planetary fortress would just sit there and get healed forever. And he was forced to. I think what happened there is that LiquidRet tried to make an attack on this base. Meanwhile, MegumixBear tried to attack here. MegumixBear died, or his army got blown out, and LiquidRet had to double back to protect his own front, as these tanks getting slightly caught out of siege mode. They did get up though, but there are so many roaches here. They're going to steamroll those few tanks, and these roaches are also going to steamroll all these Hellions. Are in a lot of trouble, going to retreat to the safety of that planetary fortress up there, but that leaves this area pretty undefended right now. There are a bunch of Mutalists though, and those Mutalists, if these infestors can get those fungal growths down on the Mutalists, that will make a big difference. These roaches are actually going to corner and kill all of the Hellions over in this side. So the Hellions all go down. The roaches decide, hey, I'm not going to bother with that stupid planetary fortress. It's a big waste of resources and time. MegumixBear, meanwhile, his main is mined out. This base is going to be flying up to this position. They will try and hold that, as MegumixBear has practically no income right now, trying to rebuild at this position. Planetary Fortress with 16 kills already. This one with none, as the wise play of LiquidRet has not tried to go all in on that fortress. It looks like there is some harassment going on down here. I'm assuming those were Hellions. It's difficult for me. I need to keep better track of the mini-map. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm totally off my game for this one, but I'm still enjoying myself nonetheless because of the high level of play. Both of these teams macroing ridiculously right now. So many Mutalists. AvriLDouzE has lost a ton of Mutalists, but he's continuing to relentlessly pump out these Mutalists, and now he's going to be able to do a ton of damage to this expansion down here. And at the same time, a huge battle is going on at the front. Roaches versus roaches. Thors versus infestors versus more infestors, and fungal growths going down on both sides right now. And it looks like the Thors from MegumixBear are going to be the difference in this battle. All the roaches are going to go down for AvriLDouzE. These infestors are going to die. No neural parasite to take over these Thors with, and they're actually going to pull back, choosing not to engage the planetary fortress. But at the same time, AvriLDouzE's Mutalists have completely annihilated LiquidRet's expansion in the bottom left. Here comes the infestor's going to get a fungal growth on half of those. Can he get the other half of them? Does he have enough energy? He does. He gets another fungal growth on those units, and just enough for these Hydras to try and get in here. They are so slow off the creep. Oh my god, the Hydras can't get there in time, as the Mutalists are able to escape. There's not enough energy on these infestors for more rounds. This one now does have enough energy, but there was not at that time enough energy for some more rounds of fungal growth. As this game has been pretty back and forth, this is still anybody's game. So I'm totally pumped right now, as this could really go either way. LiquidRet and MegumixBear have a sizable army of roaches and thors, and AvriLDouzE and Mindset have pretty much the same thing going on, except for the infestors of AvriLDouzE have a little bit more energy, and Mindset has a few extra tanks in there that could make a big difference. These tanks getting caught out of position, out of siege mode, will quickly go down. The roaches looks like are going to take those out and pull back. So a nice play from LiquidRet right there. He did lose a couple of roaches, but he was able to kill a couple of siege tanks, which is very important. And the scan going down on this army. Mindset perhaps wondering what's going on, and actually MegumixBear lifting off some of his units, but it did get scanned. So Mindset, if he was paying attention to that scan, should realize that there is some sort of drop going on over here, but there's actually no bases over here, so a drop into the main of Mindset won't be that devastating right now, although he could do some serious damage to his production facilities. And it looks like Mindset's telling Avril, use his Mutalisk, go hit somebody's expansion while we do this other battle. And are they going to press the issue? Actually, the Mutalisk is going to come in here to clean up this this miniature little drop here from MegumixBear. That was largely ineffective due to the mobility of AvriLDouzE's Mutalisk. And will he be coming back down here? It looks like AvriLDouzE will be coming back down here to try and harass this expansion, but LiquidRet knows this is coming. And are we going to see some big time fungal growths right there? He did catch 5 of these Mutalisks that will go down, but the rest of them escaping there. As LiquidRet saw that one coming, somehow I'm guessing he just pretty much assumed that would be happening. But right now, this base is relatively undefended. If Mindset had chosen to try and move out while these units, still a bunch of Thors are just sitting down here, and that could be a big difference right now as the army sizes are fairly even. Let me take a look at the army size. Actually, look at AvriLDouzE is maxed. LiquidRet is getting there, and MegumixBear and Mindset, so fairly even, I guess, across the board. LiquidRet seems slightly behind, but here comes the big battle. The fungal growths are going down in the back on these roaches. Fungal growths across both front lines. Tanks are sieging up for Mindset, and those are going to make a huge difference as these units are unable to move from the fungal growths on these Hydralisks. Has finished off, and there are so many roaches on the field for AvriLDouzE with 2-2 upgrades. LiquidRet's roaches are 2-0, and that's going to add up to a big difference in this battle because the gold expansion has been conquered, and MegumixBear lifts off the command center and pulls back. As the entire time these infestors and Thors were just sitting down here at this base, those could have made such a big difference in that battle. So a critical blunder, MegumixBear, with 4 Thors that were completely out of position. The Thors have come in here to try and do some damage here. Perhaps should think about pulling back while these fungal growths do the damage, and then moving in after the fungal growth wears off to get the most out of it. But these Thors, it looks like, are all going to go down barely. Barely. MegumixBear and LiquidRet are alive right now somehow, but clearly AvriLDouzE and Mindset have the upper hand. This base is now fully saturated for Mindset, only on 1 gas here. This base has not even been claimed, but it is defended with some turrets from any kind of Mutalisk harass. And now Mindset and AvriLDouzE are going to come clean up MegumixBear's expansions over here. He's actually going to try and lift off and save this command center. This Planetary Fortress will probably go down because all that Mindset really has to do is, or if AvriLDouzE can come in here, he can just start taking out these missile turrets. And once these 3 turrets are done, this Planetary Fortress will go down, though a lot of damage is being taken by these Mutalisks from these missile turrets. So it looks like that base is going to go down. LiquidRet and MegumixBear are really up against it. LiquidRet, it looks like he may be trying desperately to get a tech swap. The Greater Spire just finished, and we're probably going to be seeing, yeah, we do see 7 Broodlords are morphing in now on this high ground to try and keep them as safe as possible just in case the attack does come. And it looks like AvriLDouzE is going to be trying to kill this expansion once and for all. The Broodlords, though, are about to come out and finish, and the Broodlords against a bunch of roaches are going to be extremely effective, but it looks like it's going to be too late to save this base from this mass of roaches that are 2-2 upgrades. The Broodlords are here. Are they going to start attacking? Actually going to go directly for the infestors. quickly trying to take out the infestors. The Broodlords knowing that the only thing down there that could hurt them is the infestors. And so here we go. The Broodlords against a bunch of roaches are desperately trying to run away and take out some of MegumixBear's tanks that are also trying to run away, actually lifting off and saving 2 tanks there with a dropship. This base is in a lot of trouble. These roaches could easily focus down this hatchery if they wanted to sit. They are going to go after all the drones, which is a wise decision. The Broodlords are so slow. They're trying to keep up. These roaches are about to kill this hatchery in 2 shots right there. And now Mindset in the meantime has been pressing the main. Actually did take out the command center. The GG from MegumixBear, GG from Mindset and LiquidRet. So an exciting game to cast right there. It really was anybody's game until the end. And if I had to say anything, I mean, this was well played by both teams, but if I had to say what the difference in this game was, it might have been the fact that LiquidRet and MegumixBear left a piece of their army. MegumixBear especially actually left 4 Thors down here trying to protect from Mutalisk, and at the meantime, the major engagement that happened right around here, those 4 extra Thors could have made a big difference in that battle. So anyway, that was a pleasure to cast. This game was sent to be my Mindset, who also sent me a bunch of other games, so I'm really stoked to be casting some of his games, and thank you guys for watching. This is Irie StarCraft, and peace out.